The time is now. The time is now. We're not waiting for opportunity. We create an opportunity. We're not waiting for opportunity. We create an opportunity, right? Listen, I want to talk to you guys about interests, right? Before, last video, we talked about principles, attacking the principle, attacking your principles, right? Now we're going to talk about interest. We know for financial interest is usually the fee that's upon the principal loan that you took out, right? So you take out ask for a loan on a car or a home, or for whatever purpose it may be, for a certain amount, and then they hit you with an interest rate times that principal monthly, and you pay that interest, right? Okay, I want to talk to you about interest because a lot of us are making interest an expense in life. It's costing us, not in a good way where it's helping you. It's costing you as an expense. I'm talking about let's make interest a capital gain in life where we get paid, right? Financially and personally. Okay. Interest, right? In a negative way of expense. You sit there, you have a credit card, swiping it, because you want to go here, you want to do this, you want to go out Friday night, Saturday night, you want to take a trip to Cancun to be with your friends or whatever the case may be, right? You want to take a trip, who knows where, you know what I mean? You're going to Aspen's, I don't know, right? And you're swiping your card because you don't have enough funds making from income to pay for that, right? Swiping your card, come back, you got to pay that back, right? Now you can't afford to pay it all at once, or you want to fully use the card. Some people can because they know how to maneuver that. But majority of us, we're using it because we can't afford it and we're going to pay it back off slowly. So what happens? You get hit with an interest fee on top of that principal that you use. If it's $5 grand, $6 grand, 10 grand, 15 grand, whatever it was, you're going to get hit with an interest rate, which at that principal, we're giving you your interest that you got to pay them, which is a fee, right? Which is an expense. So you're paying more than just that 5, 10 grand that you use. You're paying everything extra if you can't knock out that principal before each interest fee starts to hit each month. Okay, boom. Now you also have that kind of expense interest with people you place your time into, things you place your time into, places you spend your time into that give you nothing back, that only takes from you, not in a good way. Not like you're working out and it's taking away weight from you so you can have less hypertension, less chances of getting cardiac, you know what I mean? Less chances of obesity. No, it's taken from you, causing you stress, causing you to be physically and mentally and emotionally tired, and from your bank account. Some people around you don't need to be around you. Some people you're around, you don't need to be around. You think you do because they're supposedly friends and families, and that's not what they are to you. You understand? They don't need to be around every part of you because they drain you. They drain that energy from you. They drain your time, right? They're not adding to it. Certain things that you're doing is draining your time, draining your efforts, draining your energy, draining your bank account. And you don't need to be doing it. Certain places you're going are having both of the thing and the people, they're doing the same exact things, right? At the end of the day, if you leave, or the end of the week, or next week, you look after being there a month ago, or last week, and you look and you're like, did my bank account grow? Do I feel better about myself? Did I learn anything? Am I stronger? Am I wiser? Or am I in the same place I was the day before I went there? As a matter of fact, do I feel worse, or more annoyed, or more irritated? That is an expense on your life. That self-interest needs to change. That habit, whatever that is, that behavior, that thought process, that self-interest needs to change because it's not adding to your life. It's not giving you capital gain. You understand? An interest that is not giving you capital gain is a problem. It's a problem. Your self-interest, if it's not giving you a capital gain, where you feel good about yourself, where you've learned, where you can stand up with your head high, and you can sit there and be like, man, I learned that, and you can put it together, what you learned from the experience, and you can teach someone else, or you can elevate your life with it. That's a self-interest that you want. Sorry to break it to you. I'm not saying having parties are wrong, but partying all the time is not gonna help you. Drinking all the time, smoking all the time, that shit is not gonna help you every day. It's going to stress you out. It's going to take your body a toll on it. You understand? On your mind. You understand? And on your pockets. On your pockets. Come on. It's going to cost you. You understand me? And an expense, not in a good way. Okay, now let's look at the flip side of interest, the flip side. Now you have interest where you invest in stocks, you invest maybe in coins, you invest in real estate, or you invest in a small business, right? A startup, things of that nature. Or you invest in your own companies and your own things that you want to do in life. That self-interest part. You want to learn how to mountain climb. You want to learn how to camp. You want to learn the exercise, kickboxing. You want to learn play baseball. You want to learn how to fix something. Maybe you want to build a clubhouse for your kid. Maybe you want to, build a back room for yourself where you can have an enjoyment, entertainment, a man cave or a woman cave. You understand what I'm saying? Or you just want to learn something new you never learned, something about animals. You just, so you invest into that so you can gain knowledge and be happy about the experience you had. And when you walk away with something continuously because you could pass it on or add to your value of life. That self-interest is different. You understand? Because when you invest, into stocks, you invest into real estate, you invest into coins, over a long period of time, you have a great chance of getting returns. You get interest. You receive interest. And that's capital gains. You invested and you get paid. That's interest that you receive as capital gains. You received it. You didn't give it out as an expense paying for something, right? You received it. You put money up and you got something back, right? You put money up, you got something back. Now, self-interest, you put your time up and you receive something back. Some kind of lesson. You know what I mean? Some kind of advancement. Some kind of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, which I like to use overstanding, that you can take with you and walk in life and has added to your personal bank account. It's added financially to your bank account, and it's also added itself to your personal bank account. It hasn't drained it. It hasn't tapped it out. It hasn't put it, when you get those alerts, your account's under $30, you've overdraft fee, you don't have insufficient funds. You don't want insufficient funds in your account, in your personal account, in your life account. You don't want that. You understand? You don't want that. Because what happens? It costs you. It costs you. It puts you in the red. It costs you, right? So we have to start looking at the interest and where we're holding our interests at, what we're doing with our interests, financially and personally. Is our interest an expense to us, or is our interest a capital gain to us? That's where we have to be focused at. Is our interest just a trend and a fad that we possibly could wait for next year or 2 years because it's not going nowhere? Or is it something that really is going to create an experience for us? Because like I said, I'm not against people going out and partying and having enjoying themselves. Because some events are great. Like me, you know what I mean? I like to go Juve. You know what I mean? I enjoy it. I go with my friends and family, and we have a great time when we come together and things of that nature. But I don't make that a priority interest. You understand? That interest is not a priority. The interest that's a priority is what's going to keep me stable from day to day. If we can make our interests pay us in this sense of where you start seeing capital gains financially, right? And it pays your monthly expenses, how great would that be? That all your investments that you've put and time you put in start coming back to you where it's paying towards your monthly expenses for your living, for your eating, for your habits. All that interest that you put in is starting to pay you back. How less stressful of life would that be? How much opening and opportunities would you have to even do more of the things you're really interested in now? However that may be. But you'll be at a place at that moment where you'll still prioritize it because you won't want to lose that freedom. Nothing will come close to like you lose that freedom. You understand? And then you won't be racing for the little trends and fads because you've seen the real true freedom. Not the little drops and taste here and there, the little crumbs off the plates. You've gotten the whole buffet. You can get up and get to anytime you feel like it. And it still tastes good. Still great food. You understand? So we have to pay attention to our interests and what we're doing with our interests. Is your interest an expense in your life? Or is your interest a capital gain in your life? Which one is it? Tell me, how you doing it? Look at your day-to-day, examine it. Again, look at your behavior and your habits. And then check out the value of it, the worth. You understand? Listen, the only time you want to go ahead and get interest at our expense is if you're using it to gain something else. I'm not against that, but that's not what we're all doing. That's not the majority of how people are getting interest, where they're causing them an expense, but they're making an asset off of it, which we'll talk about another time. That's not what's happening. People are just gaining interest expenses for that time and moment just to have fun, and they can't afford it. They can't afford it financially, and they can't afford it physically and mentally or emotionally. Let's really check our interests. Let's check our habits and behaviors. Let's adjust these things. Let's adjust it so we can be stronger and more fruitful and more abundant in living. You know what I mean? More abundant in living. So again, is your interest an expense, or is your interest capital gains? You tell me. So again, we're not waiting for opportunity, we're creating opportunity. We're not waiting for opportunity, we create an opportunity. All right?